A Wisconsin man is wanted by Rockford police after they say he stole a purse from a woman at the Hard Rock Casino Wednesday morning. 39-year-old Nicholas Williams was identified as a suspect after officers responded to the casino just after 11:30. The victim, a 70-year-old woman, told police she was walking into the parking lot when Williams ran up from behind her and grabbed her purse. Authorities say he then got in a car and drove onto the exit to Interstate 90. Williams is currently not in custody. If you have any information about his whereabouts, contact Rockford Police.